Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's He's here. Hope you all are doing well, amazing, swell. Introductions. I do offer personal readings that you can book me down below, or the link in my bio is where it works. Do dream readings, personal readings, so forth and have you. So check it out. Also, am on Twitch. Haven't been on there in a little bit, but you can just follow me and check me out on there. Just do reactions, answer questions. It's a different part of me that you can check out. With the introductions being said and done, like, comment, share, and subscribe so this channel can thrive. And we're gonna get straight into this. I already picked up these decks yesterday. Even got some like channel spiritual prompts. Excuse me. Excuse me. Some channel spiritual prompts that I even have that we're going to be doing throughout the day. But I felt called to these cards yesterday, and then I was like, just kind of looking at the pile I choose, and I was like, which ones? If you know, you know, we're going to get into some business. So I didn't really feel necessarily any separate energies at the moment. I'm still not feeling that. So this is letting me know that this may be a conversation reading, is what I call it, where it's pulling on your energy and somebody else's energy that you're thinking about. Because right now I'm not feeling like, oh, okay, card number one, I'm just feeling card number one. So we're just going to get in there, see maybe it's going to be a conversation reading because it may just be all about Eve. So with that being said and done, let's go ahead. Cards are already starting to come out. Oh my God. What do they call those? What is that thing? I'm hearing, I don't know the true definition of what it is. I just heard it on movies and stuff before, and I'm hearing it now. So you will have to do your own research. I'm okay with letting you know when I don't know anything. Because if I know something and give you a line, then you act like you know it too, then it's just lies being told. Ashe. Anywho, on wait, move forward, moving on. It is Star-Crossed Lovers. That's what I'm hearing. I don't remember or know what that's about. If I ever did remember or know what that's about, but that's what I'm hearing. I'm seeing that one movie, Treasure Planet or something, and I didn't even watch that movie. Never watched that movie, probably, or maybe when I was really, really young, when I was out in VHS. But I'm seeing like Treasure Planet or Treasure Island with the little boy, and he like goes out to be a pirate or something, and it's, you know what I'm talking about? And people think it's a Disney movie, but it's not. Um, but again, a lot to do with outer space because they were pirates of outer space essentially. So it's a very much this outer space, extraterrestrial, um, divine divinity energy in union type happening here. So I don't know what's going on with that. So we're just gonna pull some more cards. These cards I will say are my jumper cards. They love to just jump out at you. Let's pull these out. Yeah. A lot to do with a lot to do with um it's like those people that you're watching the show, right? And you know like they should be together. And this isn't like, when people are friends in shows, I feel like just let them be friends in shows, no matter what it is, just let them be friends. But it's like this energy of like they need to just date each other already. Like, why don't they just go ahead and date each other? It's what is that I was gonna say, what's that show? It's like when Kim Possible and Ron got together. It's like, we all saw it, we all seen it, and it's kind of like I'm feeling like you guys a little bit, or maybe them, but within this energy, it's kind of like Bonnie, where it's like, yeah, she's dating her unstoppable, and everybody's like, woo, and she's like, hold on, why is everybody cheering? I thought we were all gonna be like, this girl says weird, this, da, 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 da. People were like, finally, we were all waiting. Oh my gosh, da, 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 da. And so that's why it kind of feels like this energy of like unionship, well, like It's kind of like right in front of your face, or you're not really noticing it, or it's a little confusing when everybody else is seeing it. But so it's kind of like things, and it doesn't feel like, how do I say this? Because I don't know. Spirit work and move and shift through me. Thank you. Let me grab my communication feather. Yeah, it feels like you guys are in a sense of like denying, like, no, I'm not ready yet, or no, this or that, and blah 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 blah. I'm in here, and somebody say, just get to the goddamn cards. You don't need these shadow messages, okay? Because I'll be damned. But it's really pulling in. It's really pulling into like we leave each other, but we never really left each other. Or when I see you like this, it feels a lot. It's again this friend energy. So you guys could have actually dated, and you guys are probably one of those people, or could be, you break up and get back together, break up and get back together, break up and get back together, because you're trying to figure out how to adjust and work with your energy while working with theirs, and not so much being in denial or ignoring what's right in front of your face type energy. Again, this energy of like everybody else is seeing and recognizing it, and you guys are like, when you finally do, you're like, holy shit. And so it feels like this moment of where you guys finally figure out how to kind of make it work with each other. And I'm not talking about relationships that are abusive, consistently arguing, cheating, closed off energy, not respecting boundaries. I'm talking about people, like I said, it's that energy. Like, and I'm going to keep referencing it because I feel like this reference we all know of. It's the Kim Possible and the Ron Stoppable energy, where it's like, no, we just have to figure out how we work together in this way now. And a way of being intimate in that way, or talking that way, or even just opening up to say that we feel that way and expressing it and letting it be known, without feeling like this is going to do anything in that sort. But the first cards that we have, and then there's this one overall energy card, but you have about 3 cards in each row. We have, yes, it is too late. I took the easy way out, and I don't know what to say. And with this energy of yes, it's too late, I feel like it's kind of like we'll just get into it. With the yes, it's too late, I took the easy way out, you feel like it's too late. Like I said, you guys can be the people that go, like, oh, this is our final time coming back together. This is our final time. And it's like the way that it doesn't work out for you guys is that it's almost like, how do I want to put this? I don't know what to say either. I think it's weird. No, I do. It's in a sense of like you're trying to figure out, like I said, a way to be intimate romantically. And it's not like putting a relationship on a different level. It's how to be intimate romantically. There is intimacy in every relationship that you're in to some um, extent. There's even an intimacy with your coworkers and communicating with them, letting them know, considering this, there's intimacy there because we're human. It's a human connection, the urge to be close and interact with someone. So with this, I took the easy way out. I don't know what to say. It's this: as soon as you guys recognize that it's possibly hitting a challenge of that intimacy, of that discovering each other in that sense and in that way, or something happening with your life or things of that sort, is like, it's too late for us to situate it or figure out, or it's, let's just take the easy way. I'll just break up, let's just go our separate ways, or let's just stay friends, or this and that. But it's this energy where you guys don't know what to say. And I feel like instead of you guys sitting in that silence with each other, and it's kind of some crazy, saying in silence and not knowing what to do, you rather end it with a, no, it's too late for us to work out. I'm doing this, how you doing this, or I live over here, or we already tried, or something like that of that sort. And you just like, let's just call it quits. Let's just end it. Anything easy won't stay long. So it's gonna take that work, that time, and that energy for you guys. So with the I don't know what to say, I feel like once you guys reach those impasses, those moments where you're just like, okay, what do we do now? How do we set this up? And not by society standards, but by your own. It's a sense of, if you don't know what to say, then don't say anything. You don't need to communicate all the time. Sometimes it's just sitting in those feelings with each other, then discussing. Sometimes it's creating different actions and outlets, but it's recognizing that you guys keep coming back and realizing it for a moment. Again, I know we were talking the type thing. I'm getting seeing like coming back from high school reunion, like, you know what, we can get one another. That type of energy. Now I'm also seeing, thank you Smith, for a lot more examples. I'm seeing if you watch Rotten Man, where she interviewed the killer that, wound up killing, a person that molested him when he was younger and things of that sort, and went to jail. But he had a girlfriend in college and he loved her in the way that she made him feel. And he always kept the messages, like the letters and stuff. And then when he got out, he would read them every now and again. And so after he got out of prison or whatever, because thankfully, because he was going to be in prison for the youth. Go watch the show. I ain't going to get into it. Not before moving on. He reaches out and they got back together, and she thought that the reason why they didn't work is because he was just so closed off. She thought it was something that she did, that he didn't really love her. He was closed off because he wasn't dealing with his trauma and his hurt, but he did, keeping the letters in pristine condition for years and years, even when he was going through his crack binges and all this stuff. So again, it's this energy of the separation, but something that keeps them together. And even her, she's like, even had a marriage and, kids, and now her kids, love him and this and that. And she goes with the family like they're. So, but when they came back together and talked, it was something that they wanted to resolve. Like, I wanted to know why you felt this way, and he wanted to tell her, like, hey, that's what was going on, all this stuff. And so it's coming into that energy, it feels like, if that makes sense. I don't agree. But anywho, now, anyway, we have in the middle, I know we have a soul connection. I know more than you think, and I want you. Again, it's this understanding of recognizing that you guys have this communication with each other's souls that don't need words. It's like, what is that corny saying where it's like, I want to be around people where I don't have to explain my spirit. It's kind of like that, and this person is that for you. And you guys recognize that, and with the I know more than I think being right next to, right across from the I took the easy way out. Like I said, anything that comes easy, which is different than divine blessings, anything that comes easy won't last long, or it might not even be as good. So when you take the easy way out, you leaving won't last long. it's, it's going to be something that calls you back. It could be an event. It could be they still talk to your family. It's that type of energy. But you both want each other because of that connection that you have. Because you're discovering yourself. And I feel like you guys just, period, no matter what romantic relationship that you're in, I feel like you guys have to know how to know yourself and get to know others without losing yourself in that relationship. And I feel like that's also where some of that fear can come, or feeling like you're going to lose the friendship that you do have with this person, or it's a lot of things. So it's like more than they know more than they let on, and you know more than you let on, and that's also why you don't know what to say. It's because you're going out this almost impression or energy, or I mean, like, I don't know what to say, but you know a whole lot more. You're thinking a whole lot of things. You're feeling a whole lot of things. Let it be known, okay? Because it's crazy. This top card that you got, You Can't Come With Me, came out in the reverse. This is the only reverse card that you got. And that's why I'm saying this is, I told you, I'm like, you guys are going to be together, come back together, this and that. But they keep reiterating it, and they're not letting me say anything like, you guys are going to come back together. It's something that is, like I said, divinely destined and coming in for you. So with the You Can't Come With Me being the only card that came in reverse, I have to turn it up right to make the cards fit. But it's that energy, because right under that is I hide who I really am from you, which is right across from the I know more than you think, and I took the easy way out. Again, I say, I know who I am, but I don't know who I am when I'm with you in that way. Getting to rediscover each other in that sense, as it also going to allow you to rediscover yourself. You don't need to hide who you are with this person in any aspect because of your soul, because of that energy. And it's not too late to explain those things, to feel those things, to go through those things. People, you know, get married at 87. once they find their soulmate, like I thought I would never find somebody, and they are as happy as a 20-year-old that can finally drink. So it's never too late. It's a sense of that energy. It's always going to come back. So with the I hide who I really am, it could be you hiding, it could be them hiding, it could be a sense of not really knowing how to express that, but it's that sense. And with that, we need to let each other go. With the I hide who I really am, it's this hiding, let go of, again, this, I really got to be me. I have to be me in order for this to thrive. I have to be me in order for this to be led into my life and to flourish, because we need to let each other go is right next to I want you and I don't know what to say. That's why you feel you got to let each other go, because you don't know what to say, but you know that you want this person. Just start there. Because what you guys keep doing, which is your overall energy, is I left you before you could leave me. And that can be mentally, spiritually, emotionally, or physically leaving. Well, with this energy, it's going to take some time. It's going to take some work. I'm seeing an episode of Kim Possible. Excuse me, like I said, it's going to keep coming up. I recently watched it, which is hilarious, probably about 3-4 days ago or so, when it was like a Valentine's Day episode. And, they're getting ready, and, she's talking to my Monique or whatever. And she's like, yeah, we're our friend's Valentine's Day, and Ron comes in there, and he's talking. He was like, "Yes, today is something day." It was like one of those weird off one holidays, and she goes, "But today is also Valentine's Day." He goes, "Yeah, but I've never had a girlfriend." He goes, "You are my girlfriend." I do have a girlfriend on Valentine's Day. It sounds crazy, but it's almost like that energy of something even as simple as that. And again, not saying you have to celebrate Valentine's Day, because celebrate your partner in every such way. But it's that energy of things that you possibly never did before, because you never had somebody in a romantic sense. You can start doing it in that way. So again, changing that dynamic, changing that energy. But you leave this person, this situation, this energy before it even is allowed to be changed or pivotal in your life, in a sense. So it's not too late. They can come with you. They can grow with you and explore you. You guys just both have to be willing and ready and prepared for that. Okay? Because you both want each other, you both see each other, you both adore each other and respect each other, which is also probably why you leave before it gets to that very, very toxic stage. Because sometimes people don't realize that's when it gets to the toxic stages, when you don't take those breaks, those moments, and not even say you have to necessarily leave, but just to give, like I said, that sitting in silence moment of having that and rediscovering each other in a different way, right? I like to say romantic relationships are not higher than family or friends, and they're not lower either. They're on the same field, but there is a different way that it can be experienced and expressed in those two things, the same way that familiar relationships are way different than how you express your friendships, So they're very different, but they both need energy to be taken in and expressed for itself, okay? Let's see here if there's any final messages for you guys. Oh. Oh yeah, you guys are doing a lot of things to forget this person, this energy. I'm burying myself in my work to forget you. Forget you. This can be actual work. This can be I'm here and running extra errands for friends and family just to avoid going home, because that's kind of the space. Oh my god, and I'm here fucking Neil. Gonna change my answering machine now that I'm alone, because right now it says that we can't. It's like that. So you're doing things to avoid it, like you're taking a detour to get certain places. It's like this energy of trying to forget someone. Like he's pulling on your energy and you're pulling on theirs, but that's just because of how you guys feel about each other in that way. Yeah. I want to tell you how I feel. We have I fantasize about you and finding out the truth crushed me. And with this shoot and the fantasize about you, it reminds me of a moment when I was younger in ninth grade and I had a crush on this boy from church. A crush for a long time. My siblings used to tease me about it and whatnot. And I was at a friend's house, a friend Vanessa's house, and we were just up late at night giggling girl things on a Sunday because we were going to go to school together, all those things. And we were doing dares. And she was like, I dare you to text him, da 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 da. And so I texted him, I was like, I always liked you, da da da. And I was letting him sleep so that we could see in the morning, kind of laugh around. But he texted back very quickly, and I said, oh. He was like, yeah, I kind of felt that way too. Thought about that a few times, but I wasn't really trying to do it. And I said, huh? Now we never got together. Thankfully, I don't. I'll say, not supposed to be. Anyway, but it was just it felt like that crushed me. Like holy shit, it's like you too. Like we didn't do anything about it. We just been friends for the longest time. All this stuff and so it felt like that. But it's kind of like that energy where you find out something that somebody also feels the same way. They also been thinking the same way. They've also been burying themselves, and or they also been thinking about you and all these things. And so it's like this crushing feeling because it can feel like why didn't I do anything? Why didn't they do anything? Um, that type of energy, like okay, we both know the truth, both felt it, and it's kind of crushed you to understand that. Now let's get some further information on this spirit. What do you mean by this card? Wow, we have the same card coming out. I left you before you could leave me, which again, that energy of just going. But we have this is the card that I need a clarification on. I left when I saw you with someone. So again, it's you guys have to be comfortable with being yourself in this relationship. Very comfortable, very open, very vulnerable to be yourself in this relationship and allow them to view you and see you in a different light, in a different aspect. I remember when I first started feeling very comfortable to even cry in front of my friends because I did not cry in front of anybody for years. I remember the first time that one of my best friends of 11 years, 11 plus years, seen me cry. She was like, I don't think I've ever seen you cry before. And we had been friends for probably like 8, 9 years at that point. And she was like, I've never seen you cry before because I've always cried alone. I didn't feel like that's something I was deserving to do. I didn't feel like it was necessary needed. I also felt weak and stupid crying in front of people and that way. But it wasn't. It was they opened a space for me. They were very welcoming and comforting. And I was like, thank you so much. Like, because I never experienced it. He was like, girl, never in all my years have I. And so that allowed me to be a lot more open and expressive with other relationships in my life because of that. So it's things of that sort where you have to be okay with being vulnerable and expressive. And that was just platonic. So it's those in that way. So you could have possibly worries about them seeing you naked, for intimacy, in that way sexually, or you could have worries about them seeing if you guys think about moving in together, or you did, and seeing them. It's just certain things that you may feel like there are some people in relationships they've never seen their partner poop. you know? So it's things of that sort where it's not saying that you have to, but it's really allow yourself to be yourself. Like they already loved you as a friend or, a really close coworker. I'm hearing, I wouldn't recommend dating your people that you work with any way, works your boat, does not float mine. But again, it's you have to be yourself because when it says I left you when I saw you with someone, it's this energy, and it doesn't even like I said, it doesn't feel like this cheating energy, this toxic, harsh abusive type energy. It's like I left when I saw you with someone in this energy of it's gonna sound crazy, but we're on a spiritual channel, so it's crazy. The spiritually saw you in a different way. So the someone that they saw you with was almost like a doppelganger of self, is how spirit is making it seem. And it's not necessarily with that, but it's just like they saw the way that you interact in different ways. I don't know how to explain it, but that's kind of how it feels like they seen two of you almost. It's like what is that Among Us game? Or they seen you morph into somebody else, but it was just essentially yourself. So for this relationship, you're both gonna have to be yourself. Yourself. Very much so. Yourself, and recognize that, because that's the hidden truth. That's what's in the shadows. And that's what needs to be worked on. Okay? But that has been your reading. My loves. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I love you. Love yourselves more. Until next time.